If my wife can't do my laundry, then I'd rather marry a fellow man, because then we'd have more interesting things to talk about, like football, etc. He basically said,
He's DL. I'm sorry. That's DL. You never had a homegirl at the very least? For you to say something like that? Like, he just kind of made it seem like women aren't interesting. Like, you never had like a chill bomb homegirl you kick it with? Like, what's good with that? So today we're gonna learn about what men need from women. This is what this video is all about. There's some laughing emojis in the title, but we're gonna get into it. And did someone lace your weed, or did you forget that we're back with another video? So we're gonna see what's popping, y'all.
We don't like the hair weave.
Okay.
We don't like the eyelashes, the fake eyelashes.
Right.
We don't like all the makeup, right? That's making them look like yammies and transformers. It seems like the more and more they wear it, it seems like they are either deaf to what we're saying, or they don't want to hear what we're saying, or they just want to be opposite of us so badly that they continue to do the things that we tell them that we don't like.
Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I'm just...
Okay, make sure you subscribe. But for one, just find a lady that's not into all of that. Like, I'm never gonna hold you. Just find a woman that's not into that. Like, I feel like there are some things men could be like, women should be doing this, and there's some things women can say men should be doing this or that. But stuff like this, just find you a girl. Like, it's not the end of the world if a girl wants to put on a wig. Like, I'm sorry, I have to say it's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world, girl want to wear makeup to her friend's birthday dinner. It's not the end of the world. Like, I just feel like there's other things that can be said, and there's other issues. But everybody got their own thing. You feel me? Me personally, I just feel like, maybe things like, are they a caring person? Are they a family person? Do they believe in God? I would think that's more important. But everybody got their thing.
Tired of being a strong, independent man. I just want a woman to come into my life and just take all the weight off my shoulders. I can't do this alone. I'm tired of being a strong, independent man.
I've never seen a man say this.
I'm tired of it. Like, I just want to be at home, cook and clean, and then when my woman gets off of work, I can just give her meal, and she can just lay down while I rub her feet. I just want to be her housekeeper. I don't want to go to work anymore. I'm tired of working these 50, 60-hour weeks, and I'm paying all my own bills. I'm just so tired. I'm tired. I can't handle it anymore. I just really can't do it anymore. So I'm looking for my queen, my hard-working queen, because I'm tired. I just want to be in my natural, I want to be in my natural environment. That's all I want.
Nice.
I'm tired of it. I don't know who promoted this strong, independent black man thing. I can't do it anymore. I need a hard-working woman that can take care of me, pay all the bills while I'm at home cooking and cleaning. That's it.
These are one of those videos that is going to...
That gotta be cap, right? Or am I perfect? That gotta be cap, right? Like, y'all think he for real though? We're gonna skip the intro. Thank you, Bougie Style, for this video.
I don't even want to say anything. I just want to roll the clip so you guys can watch. Let us dive into it.
Yeah, I want a little girlfriend, but I want a loyal girlfriend. Yeah, one who gonna be loyal to the game.
What game?
Clean my bathroom, make my breakfast, wash my clothes.
When someone in the comments section suggested that he does
Why he exposed himself like that?
a girlfriend, but he actually needs a maid, he went on to say,
What kind of girlfriend let her boyfriend, a pretty dude like me, have you seen me today?
yeah, I see you.
You let my house be like this?
Last year around this time, a young woman went viral when she was talking about how she doesn't fit in with today's modern day women. She was like, I don't see a problem with cooking and cleaning and doing laundry for a man that I'm dating. Not even girlfriend, just a man that I'm dating. She's like, I just don't fit in. And of course, the men in the comment section do what they always do. They're like, you got to protect her at all costs. That's a queen right there. What y'all all need to learn is how to be a woman like her. And I was saying to be careful, because there are a lot of men who will just use you for your cooking and your cleaning and your domestic skills. And that's exactly what he sounds like. As many rotations as this man has had around the sun, he still doesn't think a woman is worth more than that. You'll always find a man willing to make a mule out of you. And here is one of them. Some men are not in relationships because they love the woman that they're with. Sometimes it's because they don't want to do their own laundry. They don't want to clean their own house. They don't want to cook their own food. If you want to be free labor for a man, go ahead. But don't confuse that with love.
For one, a woman in your life or no woman in your life, your crib should not be looking like that. For too long, society has normalized men and boys can get away with certain dirty habits because they're dudes. And like, even I like be using the term like, oh, you such a guy, for doing that. But that shit, unacceptable. Woman or no woman in your life, and he clearly above age 60. So what are we doing? And two, I want to do all of that for the man that you're dating. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the same way how girls be requiring a dude to trick all this money on them when they're just dating. Like when y'all just dating, like why can't we just all get on the same page? Like we just filling each other out. Like what is up with all these expectations in dating? It's one thing if we locked in, or if y'all been dating for like the deeper y'all get into dating. Like it's been 2 weeks by now, but y'all just get why can't we just simply get to know each other? Why can't that just be the baseline? Why is the baseline you gotta spend $500 on me? Why the baseline is you gotta cook meals and clean my feet for me? Like why is that the new baseline? What are we doing?
Drag my balls across the desert with 2 fat bitches on my back than to be a provider man. If you're dating a grown woman with a full-time job and she makes you pay all the bills, that bitch hates you. Niggas out here chasing women to pay their bills. Y'all niggas have no self-respect. Sprinting after debt is crazy. You niggas is slow. I heard a homeless woman say niggas can't get a free meal on their birthday. I'm assuming she homeless because you can't take your nigga out for his birthday. You gotta be struggling. There's no way you love your partner treating them like that. It just don't make sense to me. Some women genuinely believe being with a man is doing them a favor. I would never fall for the propaganda. Also, who told y'all niggas want to provide? Men don't want to provide. Not me.
If you're a man and you don't want to provide, that's fine. You can do whatever you want to, I hope you find that.
Y'all might argue with me. I feel like that's a sign of depression. I feel like that's a sign of depression. I made a video like this like maybe 2 years ago. It was like a TikTok. And I was like, men who don't want to work, there got to be mental health issue. I know people are going to argue with me. There's either a mental health problem going on or you were just born with that's just in your nature. You in your nature, you're lazy. Because we say like men naturally should be a certain way and women naturally should be a certain way. Like we have our own rules and regulations of how like each gender is supposed to operate. But I do believe like you can be born with certain genetics and characteristics for you to not be in that way. Like you see how some people are naturally hardworking. A lot of people are naturally very lazy. People are naturally ambitious. Some people are naturally have no passion. So for me, when it's a dude, because I feel like that's just a little bit against design. It's the same way how like you might hear a lady say like, I don't want to take care of a man. It's kind of, I don't know, but I know there's a lot of black and white, not black and white. There's a gray area with that. So I don't want to say that to the most extreme, but I feel like some men who don't want to work, like some mental health thing going on. Like that sounds so messed up, but like it just doesn't even make sense. It's that or like you're just lazy. You have lazy characteristics. It's one or the other. It just doesn't even make sense. But like I said, I'm not super extreme on that point. Like I know that's not always the case. I know that's not always the case. It's just me personally that kind of weird to me.
Mama to take care of you if you're into that type of stuff. I don't know, but like I've already seen several men on this app say this, like, being a provider is a scam. There's no point in providing for a woman, but why wouldn't you want to provide for the woman that you love?
Exactly.
Why wouldn't you want to try to make her life easier? Like, well, isn't that the benefit? Making her life easier? Because wouldn't that make your life easier? Because I'm pretty sure she's going to do stuff for you if you're providing for her. And providing is more than just like paying bills. Like, a lot of y'all like to break it down to just paying bills, but it's also about providing emotional support. You know, making her feel seen and appreciated and safe. And not safe in the sense of like, you know, you can beat up that scary nigga that's walking down the street, but like making her feel safe with you. You know, so she feels comfortable enough with confiding in you and being open with you. And the sad thing is that a good chunk of y'all who complain about having to provide for a woman financially can't even provide for a woman emotionally. To me, they're a bigger waste of money than providing for a woman. Like, buying the same 2K games every single year, sports betting. Shit, spending like hundreds of thousands of dollars on your favorite sports team every season just to see them choke in the playoffs every single year. Okay, I should know that. I've spent a lot of money on my favorite sports teams just to watch them choke. Okay, I honestly would have been better spending that money on a woman. I'm not even lying to y'all. That would have been a better use of that money. And I love my jerseys. You know, I have several hockey jerseys.
He talking a little bit too slow for me. I'm not even gonna lie. But one thing I want to say: why don't you just want to provide for yourself? Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, forget providing for a woman, or ladies, you forget providing for a man. Like, why don't you just want to take care of yourself? That's what's going on here. I like, forget relationships. This is a relationship video, but forget relationships, for example. Why don't you want to be independent? Why do you want to depend on somebody else for the rest of your life to be for care? Like, it just doesn't. I'm just not getting that. And granted, yes, I've always been like an ambitious person, so I have to understand where I'm coming from, but I just don't even get that. And two, it's funny, he brought up an interesting point, like, why wouldn't you want to provide for your women? I say the same thing about women. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I say the same thing, like, I feel like if you really love your man, why is there such a big deal if he wants you to cook or clean? If it's not your thing, that's cool. You know, you work around that. Okay, maybe you don't want to cook, but you make enough bread to hire somebody to cook, or you order out, or you do the y'all know, I don't know, just some companies, they send pre-packaged meals or whatever. Like, you set up something like that. But for me personally, I just feel like when you're really in love with somebody, you're not struggling so bad to like do something for them. Like, you're not dying on the inside. You're not, I don't know, like, it's not a big deal to do certain things. Like, I feel like you really love somebody, that's not a big deal. Oh, babe, can you cook for me? Yeah, cool. It depends. Like, obviously, it depends on the situation. Like, me and my friends was having this whole debate. Like, would you make a sandwich for your man at 3 a.m.? I can talk about that another time. But this is some things like, why would you not want to do that? I heard some dudes even say that. Like, if I got the money, why would I not want to spoil my girl? You feel me? Like, I feel like you really like the person, you jacking them, you rocking with them. It's not gonna feel like a big deal to do certain things for them. That makes no sense to me.
Hockey fan, but objectively,
I'm gonna skip him low key. I feel like
this.
Meals.
Jeez. He was saying some good points.
I don't want a woman. I need a woman, and I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't plan on being single the rest of my life. Certain things I just can't live without.
Like what?
I need that companionship, and I need a different variety of meals. I've been eating the same 3-4 meals all year in rotation. It's that ambiance that they bring around you.
Okay, cooking, cleaning.
When I'm sick now, I just really be down and out. I miss
nurse. Okay.
I'm acting like a baby, and I need somebody to be there for me when I need them the most.
Counselor.
Appreciation.
I get it.
I'm just being appreciated for what I can bring to the table.
If only the list of what he was offering was as long as the list of what he needs, he'd be fine. This man doesn't need a woman. He needs a maid, a therapist, and a good cookbook. He's tired of the same 3 meals in rotation. Oh, okay. So instead of you actually getting a cookbook or watching some cooking shows or taking a cooking class to try to figure out how you can do that. You either bring somebody else in so she could do that for you. You like the ambiance that a woman brings. You mean a clean house? Why don't you hire yourself a maid so you can take care of that? You want somebody to just sit and listen to you while you talk through different things when you feeling down? Then book a therapist. Some of these men want you to pick up.
She low-key tripping. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, like, she low-key tripping because I'm not gonna bash somebody for saying, I wish I had somebody I could talk to. I wouldn't tell nobody who says that go book a therapist. I feel like that's a little bit fucked up. I'm sorry. It is. Imagine somebody, I don't know, you meet a stranger, like, I'm so lonely, like, I wish I had a friend or just somebody I could talk to. Oh, go find a therapist. Like, no, like, come on, bro. Like, you know what he means by that. I just made a video on my mindset page the other day. It's nice to have somebody to talk to, somebody that you can text whenever, call whenever. That's a nice thing to have. You feel me? Like, there's a person out there, and like the whole like book a therapist. The therapist only gonna listen to this man because she getting paid, or he getting paid. No, you want somebody who genuinely wants to be there for you. Like, what? I'm not really feeling that.
Mommy's left
But y'all
off.
let me know what
You
y'all
want a
think.
woman for her utility like a lot of the other guys out there. You're no different. You don't need a woman. You need the free labor of a woman. You want her to come in there ready to work for you. And for what? What are you offering in exchange for all of this unpaid labor you're asking for?
There's a male loneliness epidemic
I'm not
because
jargon.
men know that men do not take care of other men. They need us women to take care of them, and they treat us like trash. So when they see us women saying things like we would rather be single, it hurts them to the core because they know that they have nobody but women. So that means women, we have the power over them, literally, just by us having a vagina. We have the power over them, but they don't like it. So men are triggered because it's not in their nature to be nurturers like women. So when they see all of these videos of women saying, I'm done with men, I don't like men, men are just plain old evil, it hurts them. Because they're like, well, who's going to take care of us when we get older? Who's going to take care of me now?
You either gonna have...
Am I tripping? I feel like, no, I'm not jacking. No, because I have never felt that way. Like, if I post a video, man, men ain't ish. Like, a dude gonna see that and like his feelings gonna be hurt. Like, I'm not to put myself down, but I'm like one woman out of like how many? If one woman is saying, "Oh, men ain't ish," well, if I was a dude, I would just be like, "Well, dang, she probably not the girl for me. If she think like my gender ain't no good, so I probably shouldn't even go for that." You know what I mean? But just because like 1 or 2, even 50, like you might see 50, that doesn't mean like there's no hope for a man to like be with a woman, and vice versa. Like, you see a guy post some, "Oh, girls are the same." Oh, I'm just not for you then. I'll find a dude who's hopeful. You feel me? I don't... Where we get these ideas from, bro? But I hear what she's saying. There probably are some dudes who feel some type of way, but... I don't know. Me, I don't really agree.
Or you gonna have a man. But you ain't gonna have both.
When I was younger, and I used to see people in my family, or just people in general, have these 20, 30, 40-year marriages, right? When I was younger, I used to be like, wow, I want something like that. Like, I want to be so in love with somebody that I'm with them for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and we die together. I used to think that what held marriages together for that long was true love. And of course, communication, understanding, sacrifice, all those things. Let me tell y'all what really holds marriages together. Women just putting up with shit. That's all it is. When you understand that all it takes to keep a man is for you to constantly be forgiving bullshit and constantly be like, oh, okay, I don't want to lose him, so I'm gonna forgive this, I'm gonna forgive that. That's all a long marriage is just the woman constantly putting up with shit. That's all it is. You not leaving him because he did this, and that's all a long-term marriage is. And that's why when these dumb men be in my comments talking about, you're gonna be single forever, you're gonna die alone, you're gonna die with your cats, I'd be like, good. Good for me. Good for me. If the alternative is having to put up with you, nigga, good for me. Like, keeping a man is not an achievement. Keeping a man low-key be sometimes a failure for a lot of y'all. I'm just saying it.
You women. Okay, so I agree and I don't agree with her. I agree in the sense like, yes, not just men, women as well. I think it's better to be single than to deal with certain types of people. I think it's better to be single than to deal with a narcissist. I think it's better to be single than to be in a toxic, abusive, unhealthy relationship. Yes, I do. To this day, until I die, I will always believe in that, because there's certain problems you can avoid by being single than being in a relationship when you find a person like that. Now, and I also do agree, yes, some marriages are only held together because somebody dealt with the BS for a long time. However, that's not all marriages. It's not. It's not. There's a lot of marriages like that because some women have low self-esteem. They felt like this is as good as it's going to get. They didn't want to try with another dude. They already like their situation. Or they truly do love the guy and they just said to themselves, I love them and I'm just going to do whatever. You feel me? So that be happening, but that's not always. But I hear her because I seen both sides. I seen healthy and I seen unhealthy. So what she's saying, like she not lying, but it's not everybody. It's not all marriages.
Nowadays are always telling men that we don't want girlfriends. We want moms when we ask you to do basic women-like things for us. No, we want you to act like women in our mom's generation. You know, the women that raised us, the women that took care of their husbands, cooked for their husbands, loved their family, didn't want to go to work and abandon their kids, didn't want to party at the clubs all weekend and act like they hate men all the time. So no, we don't want moms. We want you to act like wives.
This man really just sat up here and said, we don't want moms. We just want women that act like our moms. Sir, you're not beating these allegations, okay? Some of these men want the 50s and 60s housewife so bad, but that's not what women want. We saw right through it. Our mothers and our grandmothers, they warned us. Those women weren't happy and they don't care. They still feel entitled to your free labor. They want you to do it and not complain about it. And the only way for you to do that is for them to have some kind of financial control over you. Your independence scares them because they need you to need them. You can't just want them. They need you desperate. Desperate women make poor choices. Desperate women settle for men like them. Men who have nothing to offer are truly threatened by a woman's independence. They want to get back to the days where women needed permission from men to do everything. They want to get back to the days where all she did was be quiet and cook and clean. They don't want you to have a voice. Them wanting to return back to the days of the 50s and 60s is not about family. It's about control.
I made a video the other.
Look, I just feel like bottom line, if both parties don't understand compromise, companionship, making sacrifices, it's just not gonna work, bro. It's not gonna work. Because I can understand a man wanting their woman to cook and clean if the deal is, or like the established dynamic is, I'm going to provide money, you don't have to work. But to help me out and so I can help you out as well, I'll provide the bread and you take care of the house and the kids. Like, you see, if that's like that's like a fair exchange. You feel me? Like, you don't have to go to a 9-to-5. I got that, but I don't have to cook and clean. You got like that. There's nothing wrong with having an established dynamic. The problem is when one person wants to do 10% of the relationship and the other person has to do 90. I'm not saying it should be 50-50 because sometimes it fluctuates, but there should be a shared agreement on like who does what so everybody's happy, and consistently check on your partner too. I think that's a very important thing because sometimes, you know, y'all might establish a dynamic. Somebody might be feeling differently. Somebody might want to do something else. Somebody might want to exchange. So it's good to consistently like check in with your partner at least once a month. Like, hey, are we good? I think that's a good thing to do.
That I was helpless when my girlfriend or my mom were around because I'm lazy and I like for them to do things. I'm coming to realize I'm helpless even when they're not around because I know I have them in my life. For example, my room. My girlfriend hadn't been over in like a week or two, and my room was like the messiest it's ever been.
We have consistently had generations of useless men, and it is truly pathetic every time I see people like this. And I don't know what form of masculinity creates men who are literally just dependents and useless domestically. Because if you can't cook, clean, wash your clothes, and keep your space decent, then you are not ready for adulthood, and you definitely are not ready for a relationship, because you need mummy or your girlfriend to be your second mummy. And it reminds me of that video of that guy trying to clean up ketchup.
Okay.
No woman wants a boyfriend she has to manage like a child. That is one of the most unattractive things I could ever imagine. I sometimes go on men's divorce Reddit just for relaxation reading, which is bad. But
look, I think everybody should know how to do all skills, all living skills, because before you get in a relationship, you kind of on your own, or maybe you still with your parents or whatever your situation, or you're in college, whatever your situation is, you feel me? But before you find your wife or husband or the person that's going to fulfill that role, you know, you gotta have to do things on your own. That's why I be saying, like, I don't understand how people get so confused when they meet somebody, because you know, you single, you getting in how you live, you independent right now, so you know you paying for your own nails. So why all of a sudden you meet somebody, they gotta pay for it? You know you provide your own meals. So why when you meet somebody, they all of a sudden gotta... So let's not... I don't like when people try to be acting all brand new and stuff. Like, bro, we gotta know how to do both. Like, for example, a woman, okay, she can cook and clean, but I'm pretty sure she should know, like, how to apply for a job, work a job. Same thing for a dude. The dude can work a job, but like, you should know how to cook or clean. It's okay if you can admit, I'm not the best chef, I'm not the best cook. It's okay. Like, we all got strengths and we all got weaknesses. Like I said, companionship, compromise, and sacrifice. We work with what we got.
there are stories by 30 to 50-year-old men who are literally just learning how to take care of themselves. And it is truly fascinating how inept they are in their own homes. My neighbor in London, no offense to him, but his wife was terminal with cancer, and she still had to do all the cooking and cleaning because he just didn't know how to. She had to wheel around, sleep on the ground floor because he couldn't do anything for himself. And then when she passed away, his family had to take him away because he couldn't live in the house by himself. That is just sad and pathetic. No offense again, because obviously it's a different generation, but you cannot exist like this as a guy and expect any form of respect. You really do need to fix up. Anyway, it's just my opinion.
I would love for my wife to be at home all day and she just does what I said.
Well, isn't that quite the proposal?
If I had the preference, I would prefer to have full control over my wife.
How come the preference isn't wanting a wife that is actively choosing to want to be with you? In your mind, is that something that's not possible?
He sound like an abuser. Like, that's... He might not be, but we got to be careful about how we are saying things. Even me, I want to be careful about how I say certain things, because like somebody clip my video, or like somebody bring up a video I made 5 years ago into the present. Yeah, we got to be careful what we saying. Like, he sounds crazy saying that. I want full control over another person. You know, that's rapists. Or like, well, I'm sorry, I had to say, like, rapists are like that, like predators are like that, abusers are like that. The list goes on and on. I want full control over another person. Yo, like, that sounds scary. Like, I feel scared even saying that. Nobody should be saying something like that. I wouldn't even say I want full control over my man. Like, bro, like, we gotta relax. I did not feel comfortable hearing that. I'm never gonna hold you.
I like having full control of all of my situations.
Because we do realize that this is potentially a projection of a belief that you don't think that your partner would voluntarily choose to be with you. Because surely if you were secure within yourself and confident that your partner was actively wanting to choose to be with you, you wouldn't have an incessant desire to want to control them.
So if it was my preference, I would prefer to control her entirely, but I know it's not realistic. And I also know it's not right.
Well, at least you acknowledge that.
That's the traditional part of me that I have to correct.
Controlling your spouse is not traditional. It's abuse. To suggest it's
that's
traditional for men to
abuse.
control their wives is to say women wouldn't voluntarily choose to be in relationships with men. It's almost like all the restrictions and limits that were placed upon women pre-liberation movement, in which for the sake of their own survival they were in a position where they had to be in a relationship with a man, was a dating strategy for men that women wouldn't voluntarily choose to be with. It's any wonder why there seems to be plenty of men who see that the more viable option to this predicament is to turn back the clock and remove women's rights as opposed to becoming a man that women would actually choose to want to be with.
Because the modernist in me is telling me that, hey, listen, she can do everything that you can do.
Well, if she's not in possession of the preference to want to have full control over you in the relationship, I'd argue she could do more.
I need a hard-working woman that can take care of me, pay all the bills while I'm at home.
Hey, quick question. Did you ask your mother? She worked real hard to push you out the womb, and she paid all your bills until you got too old.
This guy tweeted, "If my wife can't do my laundry, then I'd rather marry a fellow man because then we'd have more interesting things to talk about, like football, etc." He basically said,
He's DL. I'm sorry. That's DL. You never had a homegirl at the very least? For you to say something like that? Like, he just kind of made it seem like women aren't interesting. Like, you never had like a chill bomb homegirl you kick it with? Like, what's good with that?
"I only want to marry a woman for the labor she can provide because the truth is I'd rather be with a man." Sadly, I think both men have similar thoughts. Not exactly the same, but similar. They don't actually respect women as people or recognize women as whole human beings. When they think about women, their mind goes to what they can get out of us. A lot of men don't want wives for actual genuine partnership and companionship. They want wives because they want maids and they want caretakers. A lot of men care more about the opinions of their friends, their feelings of their friends, and spending time with their friends than they do their potential partner. If you take intimacy, physical intimacy, and household labor off the table, a lot of men would not even want to be with a woman because all they care about is...
That's a shame. That's a really good question. Everybody answer that in the comments. Like, if you're a dude and you're into women, like, if you took off household chores and all of that, like cleaning, cooking, domestic stuff, if that all of that was off the table, like, would you still be jacking? Like, let's say that wasn't even a thing, like, made up world, or like even females, like, would you still be into men, like, if money wasn't on the table? Because, like, even for myself, I just thought, like, if we didn't live in the world that we lived, like, money didn't even matter, like, I would still choose men. I guess it just comes down to your orientation. Yeah, it just comes down to your orientation. It's you know, whatever you like, I guess.
Physical stuff or what women can do for them domestically. The only plus side of the tweet that I shared is that at least men are being honest now. Like, they would much rather couple up with other men than women. Like, if that's how you feel, I'd much rather you tell the truth and not lie about it. Like, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel, but leave women alone.
Right.
If that's the case. If you would rather couple up with a man, couple up with a man, and let's see if he will do your laundry.
This generation of men want submissive providers. These men expect a woman to take care of their needs, take care of the house, and be a provider. And then they wonder why she's always upset or in a bad mood. The truth is, she does.
That's not even, like, I'm trying to tell you, like, working a 9 to 5 and then having to take care of everything else for just yourself can get overwhelming, because add going to the gym in the mix and add, like, spending family time in the mix. There's but so much time to do stuff. And if you work a 9 to 5 from Monday to Friday, so doing that for yourself and then add on another person, that's not fair. We have to understand it's not fair, and that's a lot. That is a lot. I'm not even gonna hold you. That's why if both people are working, everything can't fall on one person. I do not know how the old heads did it. I'm not saying it's impossible, because it's been done for sure, especially the older generation, for sure. But I just don't think that's a fair dynamic. I don't know how the old heads did it. Maybe I got to do some self-reflection. You feel me?
Respects you as a man, and she's exhausted. No, she's not going to keep going out of her way for you and doing things that you ask of her, because she already does everything. She's tired of pouring and you emptying her cup. Eventually, the love that she has for you will turn to resentment. A quality woman seeks a man who embraces his duties, recognizing his role as the protector, provider, and leader. When she feels secure relying on you and confident that things will be handled, You'll witness a more feminine side of her.
The thing is, a lot of black women don't even want to support black men anymore. Like, they don't want to hold us down anymore. They want the end product and then so what's the problem with that? Haven't we struggled enough? Haven't we built you up enough? A lot of you slid in my DMs, yeah? And shout out to the men who are genuinely working hard to better themselves and figure this thing out. There was two types of men that were just riding through my DMs, and it became very, very apparent to me that the real issue here is a lot of you black men, not all of you, but majority of you, have no sense of purpose. And you haven't got a clue what you're doing in this life. So me now coming to talk about marriage and the value of marriage has completely gone over your head because you haven't even started this race. You don't even know what you're doing. So coming to talk about marriage is the least of your problems. A lot of you are just living for attention and validation. You're creating businesses that you don't even understand, right? And you're creating businesses because you want validation from next man. It's about validating from men. It has nothing to even do with women. And then you want...
Y'all, let me know more about that topic. I be hearing that about the clubs. Like, men go to the club to not even impress women anymore. It's to impress their friends.
Black women, but black women specifically, to come in and save you while you're in a state of chaos. Bearing in mind, at this point, majority of you are like 35 plus, some of you are even hitting 40. No sense of direction and purpose, and you want women to come in and save you, and this is the problem. This is why we keep getting comments like black women don't want to ride with us or grind with us from the bottom anymore, because the bottom hasn't even, you've built no foundation. You are living for validation and attention, and you want women to come in and save you. Me personally, this is not about feminism. This is about common sense. I believe in supporting a man 100% because I think men and women need each other, especially in this society. I believe in supporting a man. I do not believe in building up a man. There is a difference, and I believe in building up a fruitful man. You support a fruitful man. A lot of you are not fruitful and not resourceful, and you have no sense of direction, and you are looking for women to come and save you like your mothers did. But it's a different type of love, and you have not understood that yet. The reality of it is a lot of you are just living for the next man. You are not living for yourselves. You have no sense of direction, and you have no sense of purpose, and you are looking for a woman to come in and save you in your state of chaos. And there's a lot more of you and who are pretending to have this life figured out, and you don't. And you don't listen. And you don't really want to have help because your ego will not permit it. So you're living in a state of chaos, waiting for a woman to come in and sweep up all the crumbs.
I'm going to start this video by saying this. Do not envy any woman who is with a man, because every woman that you see in a relationship or married to a man is tolerating something from that man. She's tolerating something. She's going through something in order to...
You see, this is where we stop the video, y'all. This is where we stop the video, because for one, geez, my thing is tweaking. For one, I don't know how somebody can boldly say that. I'm not even gonna lie. If you see somebody in a relationship, they're not happy. Let's just think about, like, where within, what feeling within, like, what's going on inside for you to boldly feel that way? If somebody's in a relationship, they're not happy. So that's saying all single people are happy. And we know damn well that's not true. I'm fine though. But you know, there's some single people, like, if they not in a relationship, they don't know what to do with their life. Like, but that's not my tea. That's somebody else's tea. You feel me? So there's unhappy single people, and there's happy single people, and there's unhappy people in relationships, and there's happy people in relationships. Okay, like, happiness don't discriminate, and sadness don't discriminate. You feel me? So let's not even trip. Okay. But thank y'all for tapping in, and let me know something in the comments. Make sure you subscribe on the way to 500. You feel me? We trying to get it up in this biddy. Check out my Patreon. Check out the IG. Check out the TikTok. Check out my other YouTube page. We talk about big mindset over there. All right. Bye.